if you thought this was going to be an easy Sunday evening when there's not much to watch on television, I can tell you news television is where it's at. That's because there's a complete crisis, a meltdown of sorts in the Rajasthan Congress, possibly being engineered by Ashok Gehlot. But more than 90 MLAs loyal to him have now gone to the Speaker where they say they want to resign. If you think this is op lotus in play, an attempt by the BJP to come to power in Rajasthan, that would be incorrect, at least for the moment. What this is a massive internal struggle within the Congress, where the large number of the Rajasthan Congress believes that Ashok Gehlot or somebody who is close to Gehlot needs to be the Chief Minister in case Gehlot ends up becoming Congress President if he wins the election over there. This also means that they have no faith in Sachin Pilot. Pilot, the last we heard, has about 20 odd supporters of his and has been meeting Ashok Gehlot in the last little while. But the drama is actually going to take place in the next couple of hours at the Speaker's residence, where perhaps Ashok Gehlot will end up in the 11th hour meeting his leaders over there, working out a formula and bringing peace. Because I think everybody believes that this isn't the Congress party about to throw one of the few states which they actually control to the BJP. Because if they were actually to resign, and if the Speaker were to accept that resignation, then the Assembly, the strength in the floor in the Assembly would go down dramatically, and that would give the BJP a clear shot at coming to power. So this is infighting within the Congress. It speaks very poorly about discipline at one level within the Congress. It adds to the argument that the Congress as a political party is melting down. There is an equivalence which can be drawn with the mess that the Congress found itself in Punjab. Circumstances different, but again, this sort of problem, different factions, intense factionalism, one leader versus the other. Perhaps some weak Chief Minister might end up, because at this juncture, and Sanket, do jump in, if the top leadership of the Congress doesn't actually accept what has been said by all of these leaders, that we have to have somebody loyal to Mr. Gehlot. If they don't accept that, then this crisis isn't going away.
I don't know who will call whose bluff, but this is a game of poker going on right now. It's very, very clearly that, where the MLAs are choosing to resign in front of the Speaker. Though technically these MLAs, yes, at least those who are ministers, go and resign to the Chief Minister, then they go to the Governor. When you resign, offer your resignation to the Speaker, this is not due process.
Right.
But it is very clear that once this is done, and say for instance this is accepted, then you have a weird situation where in an assembly of 200, 92 people resign of the ruling party. And when there is a trust vote with this resignation, the BJP with its 75, 76 odd comes to power. Imagine the strength of the House is down to 100 and BJP has 75. Now this appears illogical. Yeah. And there is still about a year left for elections in Rajasthan. Yeah. This is a clear case of Mr. Ashok Gehlot flexing his muscles after having realized that every possible door is shut as far as negotiating with the Gandhis is concerned. Yeah. They want him to become the Congress president. They want him to contest for the position of the Congress president. And even before that can happen, or the nomination for that can happen, a decision is being arrived at as to who will fill the vacuum in Rajasthan. Now, it appears logical if the central leadership is thinking along these lines. Yeah. But this does not go to the script, exactly to script as far as Mr. Ashok Gehlot is concerned. As we were discussing in the past also, this is the third major confrontation between Sachin Pilot as well as Ashok Gehlot. Now, the most important point is going to be, say for instance, hypothetically speaking, because we don't know what is going to happen. If the Congress party is so upset, Rahul Gandhi and the Gandhis are so upset that they say, Mr. Gehlot, enough is enough. We are in charge and you will have to do this. Then what happens? Do these MLAs continue with their resignation? or do they then align with what the Gandhis
Yeah,
want?
because on the one hand, they are still professing loyalty to the Gandhis. And yet if the Gandhis say that you cannot be deciding these things and create a rebellion within the party, and it has to be Sachin Pilot, and you better accept it, then what do these people do?
Imagine, and in a situation like this, will Mr. Ashok Gehlot still want to run for Congress president?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's all about the leadership of the Gandhis as well. Harsha has been tracking all of this, and I suspect that, Harsha, you've been standing for hours now, and I suspect that we're going to torture you for a few more. But what exactly is happening where you are right now at the Speaker's residence? Any idea?
Well, Vishnu, I'm outside the Speaker's residence, and incidentally, that Speaker's residence is right in front of former Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje's residence. So it's quite interestingly aligned, so to speak. But we've been told that about 92 MLAs have gone inside. That's the figure that the Gehlot camp is saying, that they have 92 MLAs with them, and that they are inside in the Speaker's residence, and they are wanting to give their resignation into the Speaker. But like you pointed out, before they went, and you saw those MLAs coming up to us actually and speaking to us while we were live with you in the studio, Mr. Pratap Singh Khachariawas and that MLA from Pratapgarh, Mr. Meena, who came, and I said, are you resigning and handing over this government to the BJP really? So he said, no, we are not planning to do that. We want the High Command to talk to us.
Okay, so Harsha, some breaking news coming in.
Understanding
Harsha, some breaking news coming in. I want to go across to Sanket. Sanket, you're hearing Ashok Gehlot has spoken to Mr. Venugopal.
The General Secretary Organization of the Congress Party, and Harsha can perhaps weigh in. There is a phone conversation that has happened between Ashok Gehlot and the General Secretary Organization of the Congress, Mr. K.C. Venugopal, where Mr. Venugopal wanted to understand what exactly is happening, to which Mr. Gehlot is believed to have told Mr. Venugopal that it's not in my control, the MLAs are unhappy. This is what we are learning as of this moment. So Mr. Gehlot telling the party central leadership, I can't do anything, MLAs are unhappy.
And the party leadership just believes that, right?
Well, this is Mr. Venugopal. He'll take this message to the Gandhis. So it'll be interesting to see. As I said, this drama is going to play out for
a couple of days at this rate. Yeah, it's not ending tonight. Harsha, sorry we interrupted you. Go ahead. And just reflect on that conversation between Gehlot and Mr. Venugopal.
Like you're saying,
yeah.
And like you're saying, this drama is going to play out, because I'm also hearing that these MLAs are not going to go back home from here. Oh. So they actually could get back into that bus and go somewhere else. And interestingly, the person who's tweeted this is Gajendra Singh Shekhawat from the BJP. Yes. Who's of course always watching from the sidelines, and he said that Bade Bande mein wapas ja sakti hai sarkar. So if they're willing to dig their heels into that extent, then it could possibly be, because you brought it to this brickmanship, you brought it to this point where they are wanting to resign. They're not going to go back tamely to their house. And let me also tell you that right now, just half a kilometer away at the Chief Minister's residence, at Mr. Ashok Gehlot's residence, Mr. Sachin Pilot is there with his supporters. We are told there are about 22 to 25 of them, 92 here at the CM, at the Speaker's residence, and of course the party observers. So this is what's happening, negotiations between both sides, and we are told that actually Mr. Gehlot's loyalists could also be whisked away somewhere from the Speaker's residence if things don't work out. So they could be prepared for a long standoff.